Y'all. Alright, let me get to the point. In this video, I'm gonna be talking about Reyna. Okay. Not that kind of talking. That's on my private time. But this is what I'm gonna talk about. Well, as any other day, as I lack video ideas, I sat in my room and I got messaged by a viewer. Why do you like Reyna so much? And it kind of sparked me to make this video on it. You know, as for being the guy that's talking behind the Reyna plushie, I feel like a video like this has to come at least sooner or later to at least give myself some kind of credentials. To also even explain why I even like the character in the first place and why I'm willing to just even talk behind the Reyna plushie. So to start off, when I first got the game, as any other new player would, I started looking at the character roster. Everyone says pick the character that looks the coolest to you. But honestly, I didn't really do that at first. I wanted a character that could teach me the ropes of Tekken while also explore the movement options, since that was the main aspect that caught my attention. So as any other gooner that's new to Tekken, I landed on Lily. Her combos looked cool. The character in general just looked cool to me as well. You know, she had the best movement in the game, or the best sidesteps in the game, and sidestepping looked really cool to me. Like, knowing that alone foreshadows my habit that I have now, where I just sidestep just to do it. So, well, I was fully intrigued to going at it and putting in time to her. I made a whole move list on a 40-minute video for some reason, but in the end, clearly, I ended up not sticking with her. The main reason why was just because I kept on losing pretty badly, and me being a competitive player, I was just having a really hard time just even enjoying the game since I kept on losing, like losing badly, to the point where I ended up actually stopped playing the game for a few months and then coming back to it. And then that's when I started playing Reyna. I remember seeing a live stream before Tekken 8's release, showcasing Reyna's moveset and also what she was capable of. This is way before I even thought about getting into Tekken, and I was kind of more around like the whole beginning of Street Fighter, just exploring what the FGC had to offer, and I remember seeing a live stream on it. And I just remember thinking to myself like, wow, this character looks pretty cool. Maybe I'd like some neuron activation or some gooner shit happening because it was just a woman, I'm gonna be honest with you. But that was the experience I had with Reyna before I even started thinking about getting Tekken. In addition of this, when I came back after that 3 months, my friend Icy at the time was also playing Reyna, and he was the main reason for me getting into the game in the first place. So I just saw the opportunity because my friend just plays the character. So learning the moves and just getting a general comfortability would be a lot more easier.
Jesus Christ, like I didn't even press a fucking button.
Round 3.
So with this going for me, I actually started winning a lot more of my matches. And well, since I learned a lot more of my matches, I started to get a lot more hooked into the game and even more hooked into the character. I believe when I first booted up the game and my first day on Reyna, Icy told me about the electric. Probably one of the most addicting moves that I still use today for God knows what reason. The experience of just learning how to do it was just adrenaline inducing.
What's up?
I was just doing electric, bro.
I don't blame you.
Like, if I was able to, just like get on every day, just hit electrics and just get off, I would.
That's what I do.
Learning stuff like this, as well as also the wave dash, was like injecting fucking some type of fume into me that made me want to do it more. It was so addicting, I started doing it during my classes on my desk, just to practice the motion, just so I could get faster and faster at it. That's how big of the chokehold the wave dash and the electric had me at the start of the game. In all honesty, it made me start liking the Mishima archetype a bit more. Having the challenge of learning the moves and also the execution for them, while also having the gooner mentality, is kind of unfortunate to say, but it was a pretty good fit for me. And the more research I did on Reyna, the more I found her even more fun to play. Seeing her combos come together was really visually grasping for me, even though I did scroll through Twitter and some do say that her combos do look kind of boring. Well, fuck you, and case closed. Her combos look great. But with all the fun I was having with the character, the most frustrating part for me as a beginner just had to be learning her stances. Having to juggle between 3 stances while also having to understand the options and what you get out of the 3 was quite a lot for me as a new player getting into a fighting game for the first time. As well as just knowing what moves go into her stances was also another big hurdle. But I feel like with overcoming this hurdle, you will begin to unlock the almost endless pressure that she does give to the player. Also, as well as her mix-up potential that leads to various mini games, making you question if you're even playing Tekken or if you're just inside another casino. Now, let me just stop only glazing and actually talk about the cons that she does have. Good ones like 4 neutral 4 that can give you a Sentai mix right after, and even on counter hit guarantees send 3 or also send 2. And also you have her sidestep 4 low. That's also pretty good since it leaves you on neutral, so you also have free range, but on counter hit leaves you at plus 13, allowing you to do literally anything you want. But to counteract that, you also have lows that are pretty bad inside her kit, like down back 4, down back 2, as well as even her house sweep and send 3+4. The reason why I note these, because moves like down back 4 are supposed to be one of her poking moves, but also it does hardly no damage, and so you would think that maybe she would have a better low that does more damage, but that low would be down back 2. The only reason with that low would be that on block it's quite literally launch, and her send 3+4, it also being a pretty good low inside her mix, having a homing property, is also damn near reactable, making the whole Sentai mix a little bit more challenging to work around if you go against someone who actually knows how to react to it. So her lows definitely aren't the best since the risk to reward isn't the greatest. Even her house sweep is also one of those moves as well, and most of her reward comes when you go into the Heaven's Wrath stance in her house sweep. Granted, I don't have lows or moves that knock down so much, like a Kazuya house sweep or a plus frame down back 2 on hit from Devil Jin, but the infinite pressure that she does apply with her stances are, to be honest with you, perfectly fine with me. But yeah, I feel like all these challenges are what made me stay into the game as long as I did now, as well as just me loving the character and making me want to stick with her even more just so I can figure it out later down the road as I get better. So, I guess you're wondering, would I ever recommend Reina to anybody? Yeah, I would. The character's honestly perfectly fine, and well, if you're a gooner, shit, damn near probably perfect. I guess it kind of depends on what kind of women you're into, and more or less what type of Tekken you want to play, if you're going off that standard. Yeah, I know what you are, but I won't say anything. If you ever want to make fun of me for any reason or just want to play Tekken, feel free to join my Discord server, as it's pretty much damn near active every day. And also sorry for the really late upload. I didn't have any video ideas, so I almost resorted to some other content. If anything, you most likely will start seeing me stream more in substitution for the video uploads. So be sure to look out for that. But love you all. I hope you guys have a good night or day wherever you are. And yeah, let me get back to this call.